That's it. And we're live. Guava, everybody. Lead Farmer 73 here. How's everybody doing? Good to see you in the house tonight. I just kind of wanted, I kind of need some help a little bit, but I kind of wanted to in the house tonight. I just kind of wanted to do this so maybe you guys we can answer each other's questions, like more like you answering my questions. But I tacked down some questions in the ticker, in the banner going straight across the bottom of the screen. So if you can look at those questions going across the screen, that'll give us a little idea of what we're playing with right here. How you doing, Sean? How you doing, Old McMoney? Hey, W. Hey, Sheila. How you doing? Hey, Jerry. It's good to see everybody in here. C. Woods, Ebony, Talia, how y'all doing? Okay, if you can see me, give me a thumbs up. If you can see me and hear me, give me 2 thumbs up. If you can see me, give me a thumbs up. If you can see me and hear me, give me 2 thumbs up. Everybody, pretty please. Tonight, I truly do not want to be in here long. I do want to watch the debates, not the debates, but I want to watch the polls. I want to pay attention to that. I just wanted to come in here. My main reason for doing this today, all willy-nilly, I even got my pajamas on from the bottom down. Thank you, everybody, for the confirmation. The reason I'm doing this right now is because I kind of figured I think we all need to breathe, get our mind off of the news, talk about something lighthearted, something kind, something non-political for a minute, for a hot minute, because y'all know we're all going to be right back in the middle of that mess in a few hours. And right now, let's do something a little lighthearted, get our minds off of it. I was not going to do this, but I'm driving myself crazy watching these freaking polls. I'm driving myself nuts, okay? And I don't want to do that. So again, for everybody coming in the room, if you can see me, give me a thumbs up. If you can see me and hear me, give me 2 thumbs up. Please, pretty please. If you can see me, give me a thumbs up. If you can see me and hear me, give me 2 thumbs up. That way I don't be talking to myself for the next 45 minutes. Y'all know how I do. Thank you so much. The off-grid trucker. Now I'm on StreamYard. I can actually click on people. All right. Off-grid. Off-grid. Did I put it up there? There you go. There you go. The off-grid trucker says, I was looking into purchasing a freeze dryer myself, bro. Listen, one of the questions on here is what made me change my mind? I think it was the very first question on here that I asked. It said, what made me change my mind about freeze dryers? I've always wanted one, but I could never justify purchasing a freeze dryer for the price, for how long it takes. You've never heard of a freeze dryer? Please explain. Can you please go Google that, please? Oh no, you know something? Okay. All right. I sniffed that truffle out soon as the doggone thing came on. Anyway, all right. Do I still sell honey? I haven't sold honey in like 4 years. I will never sell honey again. I haven't sold honey since before 2020. I will never, ever sell it again. Ever. Ever. That's a good question, though. The reason I say I'll never sell honey again is because the honey from my hives helped save my life a few years ago. And once I already knew what the benefits of honey was until I actually incorporated into a serious life-threatening situation, and I'll never sell it again. I don't care if I got 20 55-gallon drums of it. I'll never sell it again. What I try to encourage people to do years ago was become a beekeeper so you don't have to ask anybody else for honey. And we teach classes here every year. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Sheila Ross, we have the large, I thought I brought you up. There you go. We have the large freeze dryer. It's hard to keep enough to keep it full. It's hard to keep enough to keep it full. We got it because my husband has so many food allergies. What was offered didn't work for us. I don't think I quite understand what you're saying. We have the large freeze dryer. It was hard to keep enough to keep it full. I'm sorry. I don't quite understand what you're saying. Jerry Carroll, how you doing, Jerry? Says, I'm getting the harvest right. I did my research and already feel there may be issues with the seal. I'm going to tell you this. I don't know anything, but everyone that I've seen that had an issue with the seal were old videos. Check out the dates on those videos that was having problems with the seals, because they've upgraded the entire thing. So, and again, you know, I'm just going off of the research that I did. Everybody that was having problems with that seal, those videos are like 2 years old or better. Okay. Say those freeze dryers jumped up in price since I purchased mine. When did you purchase it? Because they're pretty much been this exact same price since I've been looking at them for about 5 or 6 years. So if they jumped up in price, when did you get yours? How you doing? How you doing, kids? Good to see you. But I can guarantee you this: the price is about to end up going up. You can believe that. Let's see. Says, to me, owning a freeze dryer was worth it. I bought the large with the oilless pump. I would probably go with the Premier pump, which wasn't available when I bought mine. Okay. Okay. The off-grid trucker says, I was curious in how many watts it uses per batch. So I'm glad you're speaking on it. I don't know. Literally, this is a true unboxing. The only way I've had this out of the box already, and that was just to put it up on a dolly with some wheels. But I haven't even plugged it in. I haven't done anything. I just wanted to get our minds off of politics and let's talk about this thing. Okay. So I don't know yet. So I can't speak on it. I hope nobody asks me anything knowledgeable about this machine because I do not know yet. This is a journey like canning. Everybody was asking me about canning. I am not a professional canner preserver. I was a student to the game. So I couldn't answer people's questions. I asked people to do the same thing I did, which was do your research. Go to several people online that are reputable. Don't just be asking a whole bunch of crazy questions. You know, you got to go out and do the research. So I'm there again. I did that with pressure canning, and here I am now about to do the same thing with freeze drying. I'm going to be going to all my friends and family here on YouTube, asking them questions, which I already have been doing behind the curtains, and talking to my friends and asking them like, yo, you know, what do I need to do? So, okay. I'm going to keep it going. Oh, I'm way behind again. Say to me owning free. Okay, got that one. Got that one. I'm going to keep going. I was just at Tractor Supply. I was looking at one of those lead. I have to wait on it because I still need to make room for it, but I'm 100% getting one by the end of the year. You know what? I did the same thing. I don't know where I'm going to put this. I really don't, because they say you shouldn't have it in a hot place like your garage, because you got to put fans on the motor and stuff like, I don't know. So I'm going to try it here in my kitchen. I'm going to see how loud it is. It's just me and my wife. I'm going to see how loud it is, and then I'm going to go from there. If it doesn't work out here, I'm going to try it in my den. If it doesn't work in my den, I'm going to put it in the garage ultimately. Okay? But honestly, hey, Salon Diva. Hey, Estelle. How you doing? It's good to see y'all in here. Hey, how you doing, my friend? So my wife and I are doing Heroes to Hives. Teach a 9-month program. Yep. Okay. All right. I've had one for 3 years and no problems with the seal yet. Okay. Okay. Sharon says, got mine in August, $600 saving. Now, I will say this. The person and the people that were telling me they were getting them for $1,500, was it $1,500 at Costco? That was actually the truth. I want to reiterate that because I told them they had to been lying. They were on the money. It was true. It was a special sale at Costco, and I guess they cleared them out or something. And people were getting them at that price. So I thought that was, that was my bad. I dropped the ball on that. They were actually telling the truth, but that's one of those miraculous things come once in a lifetime, We do like the freeze dryer. We preserve a lot of tomatoes this year by dicing them, put them on the trays, and once dried, you can store them in Mylar bags and vacuum seal them. That's what my plan is to do. I really don't want to do, and I'm speaking before I do this, I don't want to put them in my mason jars. I want to leave those for the canning, and I'm going to tell you why I'm doing this. One of the questions is, what made me change my mind about owning a freeze dryer, investing in a freeze dryer? The reason I'm investing in a freeze dryer, and I finally pulled the trigger after asking all my friends for the last couple years, when you really truly have to bug out, like we all have been doing with all these storms, jars are heavy. Jars are cumbersome. Jars can and will break. Here's the other thing. Leaving your jars in a hot environment, it's probably going to ruin your food. Or leaving your jars in a super cold environment, right? If you leave your jars in a super cold environment, you got the potential of them busting. So if you really truly had to bug out and you had to leave your area, you cannot control the climate. You can't control the temperature. So that becomes a problem, especially if you don't have anywhere to go. And jars take up a lot of space. You can't put jars in your backpack. You can't put jars in your bug out bag. After a while, after me really, really doing this, and the hurricane was coming, I was kind of like, all of my bug out buckets and my food buckets are fine here. You can only grab so many. You can only take so many with you, and you can only load up so many. You're going to leave a lot of food behind. With this, you can stuff all that food in your bug out bags. It doesn't take up that much room. It's lightweight because all the liquid's been drained out of it. And I start really, really, really weighing that, especially once I opened up that first MRE meal kit that I got from Costco. Remember that one? When I opened that up on live and we was all looking at that for the first time and looking at, this is a whole meal in this little bag and it was light as a feather. That really changed my mind. That really start making me really, I said, think about this. Each one of those meal kits, and I did the math before, each one of those meal kits was costing almost $100. How many of those meal kits are you going to go through? Each one of those boxes, those 5-gallon buckets, was kind of like, really, truly a meal for one person. because they don't say meals, they say serving sizes. And each serving size is like a cup. It'll keep you alive, but each one of those buckets is meant for one person. When they say this will keep you alive for 30 days or 90 days, a 90-day meal bucket, they really mean that's for one person. And so if you got 4 people, let's just say you got 2. I'm gonna just use me and my wife. You got 2. You get a bucket, I get a bucket. So you got to buy a bunch of these $100 buckets just to make it through if stuff gets stanky. Where this, I'm leaving one part out. You have to eat what they give you. All of these different MREs and survival pack meals and dehydrated food kits, you have to eat their recipe. You have to eat their food. You have to eat whatever's in that bucket. There's no way that you can actually do anything for yourself. For instance, I have tons of these persimmons. I have tons of them that I still have to go out there and harvest. The reason I haven't harvested all of these persimmons yet, I don't have anywhere to put them. I truly do. I do not. I'm not going to sit and eat them all. I'm trying to cut back on sugar. And so I'm not going to be eating a bunch of sugary sweet fruits and stuff no more. But I don't want to get rid of them. What's the next best thing? Can them up. But once you can them, if you pressure can them, or if you water bath can them, you cooking them. I don't want them cooked. I want them to stay just like this. I want them to be fresh. I want them to be delicious and sweet. I want them to hold their own everything and their nutrients. So I kind of been going back and forth with that, right? So one of the reasons I did this was I can preserve all of my stuff in my house. I don't have to, the money that I'm going to spend on one of these meal kit buckets, all I got to do is go through my cupboards and my refrigerator and my deep freeze and freeze dry everything. Go out in my garden. I got peppers, tomatoes, plums, peaches, persimmons, mulberries, figs. Every year we all have a nice size harvest, and you end up giving a lot of it away. You can only freeze so much. You understand what I'm saying? And then a lot of it, you give so much of it away. What you end up doing is wasting a lot of food. I don't want to do that. Because right when you like, I'm giving it all away, then later, maybe 3 months down the line, you wish you would have had that food that you gave away, but you didn't have any choice. Okay. So that's what made me change my mind about finally pulling the trigger on a freeze dryer. I've always wanted one, probably for the last 6-7 years. I really wanted one. I just could not justify the price, especially knowing how to pressure can. I just couldn't do it until it came to the point where you got to pick this stuff up. And when it's time to go, it's time to go. Nobody's waiting for you to load your whole trailer up. Okay. So, that's why I want to freeze dry all of my apples and my peaches and my persimmons. And that's why. Okay. Let me see. Okay. It says Harvest Right lets you make payments. Now let's talk about that. There's a lot of different companies online now that do this. This is the only company that actually lets you make payments so far that I know of. Because trust me, I was looking. And so far, this is the only company that lets you put it on layaway and make payments. So far, no other company is doing that. Okay. I'm not going to knock any other company because I don't know much about them like that. I don't even know much about Harvest Right. I just know I've been researching this brand and this company for over 6 years. That's why I'm not knocking anybody. And I went with the Harvest Right because I've done my research on them. Okay. So let's see. Let's get in here. Mary says, I find if it needs blanch to put it in the freezer, blanch, freeze dry, it rehydrates much better. I have had mine for 9 years. Okay. And I've also heard to put it in the freezer first before you put it in. It cuts down on the time that it has to run. And please, I'm probably sounding ignorant on a lot of the things I'm saying because I'm just trying to remember things that I've learned over this time. Please correct me. I'm here to be corrected. Hey, Myra McLean, how you doing? Say, God bless everyone. Wait until you freeze dry and rehydrate your egg. That, you know what? Do I have that here? No. I purchased some powder milk. I purchased some. And I purchased some powder eggs. Let me tell you something. As many eggs as I get every day, that right there, eggs, that's going to be something special right there. That's the one I really can't wait to do. Freeze dry some eggs. Thank you for that, Myra, because I remember you telling me about that before. Say, can't wait to see you freeze dry your products. Okay. Say, we like to cook our vegetables before freeze drying. And I understand that. I think I would too. Because I want to be able to eat my stuff, depending on what it is, of course. I want to be able to eat my stuff right out the gate. Say yes, freeze it first. Okay. I just seen a good one. So you gotta do a bread run first to break in the machine. Oh, that's what I've heard, and I will. That ain't no big deal to me. Powdered breadcrumbs, that'll work. Lucretia, how you doing? Says make sure you update the software when you get it. Now that's some good advice. I couldn't wait to click on that because what people don't know about solar generators too. As soon as you get your solar generator, you really need to update the firmware. You know, that's important. So thank you for that. That's a super tip. I wish I could blow that up. That what you just wrote all across the screen. Let's see. So yes, freeze first. It's the best outcome. Well, you know what? This is what I purchased on the side. And then we're going to unbox this because we've been in here for a minute now. I bought some silicone because every single video I watch, everybody has problems scraping their food off of that tray, and it makes it a little harder to clean. So before I even pick this up, as soon as I purchased this online, I bought these online too. These are the silicone tray mats. And I got 2 sets of those to make it easier to get my food off instead of I see people scraping with spatulas and stuff. I don't want to have to bother with that. So I bought those. And I also purchased, because I do plan on freezing a lot of my stuff first. I do plan on stacking the trays, and you need those tray stackers. So I bought the tray stacker so I can put all this in my freezer. Now I know people is wondering, like, you gonna make room in your freezer to put these trays in? I got an idea that's gonna kick you dead in the nuts. I'm not going to use my 2 big deep freezers full of food to pre-freeze my food. I'm going to use my Bouge-RV DC refrigerator. It's perfect. If the trays fit perfect in there, and I could put them in there and cut that thing on 0 degrees Fahrenheit, freeze my trays and bring it out. And I will have that solely being used for my freeze dryer. And it won't be consuming no energy. So that way, because I was telling my wife, like, how am I going to, we need to do something with all this food, something. And she was like, why don't you just, all these little refrigerators you got, why don't you use it in them? Gosh. So beautiful idea. Beautiful. Okay, let's see. You see, somebody said parchment paper. Yeah, I may try some, but I really like the way I use silicone in my own oven all the time, and I like the way the outcome is, especially when you're trying to bake a cake or something. Myra McLean says, once you freeze dry, cook food, uh, you don't have to what? I might be mixing up what you're saying, Myra. Let me see. Okay, Sharon says I don't because I spray lightly with a little avocado oil. Okay, now that's a great idea. Here's my here's my problem. Remember, I'm a newbie, so correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want any other flavor on whatever I put on that tray. And I know you will say you don't quite really taste it. I do. I have a palate. I promise you, I can taste when the weather change. And if it's something off on my food or something different, if I'm trying to eat a strawberry and I taste avocado oil, even in its minimal, I will lose it. So I know you right. I know you right, sister. I'm not knocking you because you better than me. You've done this already. I know me. It's certain oils, even when I'm cooking in my pan, I won't use depending on what I'm cooking. Let me see. Plastic cover lids. Maybe I'm not understanding what you're saying, Daryl. You just said plastic cover lids in a question mark, so I don't understand the question. So I said, oh, okay. I skipped right over that because I was like, that looks like somebody about to get sent off. Um, Sharon said, leg, God is good all the time. Walmart gave me a small freezer. Awesome. Okay, great, great, great. Angela says, when you get it up and running, I love to see a video on running the freeze dryer just on solar. That's exactly what I plan on doing. I'm going to hook this. I'm going to hook this to the Delta Pro 3 on my first run. It will be hooked to the Delta Pro 3, and that will tell me how much wattage it uses, how long it can run off the Delta Pro 3, and everything. That's going to give us a whole nother readout that we never really get a chance to see. Okay. We'll have it recorded in the app, and we'll be able to look at the screen and see exactly how much power this thing pulls. My very first run, I'm running on the Delta Pro 3. Okay. I'm gonna answer one more question. You need lots of battery backup for solar freeze drying. Yes, you do. Said we bought the silicone tray liners from Harvest Right. Love, love, love them. We also like the dividers offered by. Okay, got you. Thank you. All right. So I just purchased powdered milk, cheese, butter from Amazon. During hard times, I can just mix in water and eat dairy, but not. But during the hard times, I will survive. Good for you. That's wonderful. How you doing, Audrey's living life? How you doing, my sister? Myra McLean, you won't have to refrigerate the freeze dry food. Right. It'll stay shelf stable out. You ain't got to worry about the temperature too much. All you got to worry about with not dehydrated. The freeze dried food is moisture and humidity. As long as you keep it sealed, like you said, vacuum seal in Mylar bags, even get snack size. So anything you have cooked, you can snack. There you go. There you go. That's a good one. How you doing, Crafty Mom's Creation? So without further ado, I'm going to show y'all to the best of my ability. Please excuse my outerwear. I am wearing my pajamas. I'm back home right now, as y'all can see. I got a lot of work to do out on Freedom Acres, but I wanted to be home for the political outcome, and my wife is home and everything else too now. So I kind of want to be here for that. So, and here she comes. You got on some clothes? I mean, I'm trying to see if you got a pajamas yet.
No, I still got stuff.
I know, but I want you to see this miniature unboxing. Is you down for that? Hold on, y'all. You down for that? Huh?
I was about to unload my stuff.
It's gonna take 2 seconds. Well, go ahead. Just go ahead. Just go ahead. All right. Let me pull my pants down. It's hot in here.
Excuse me, puppy.
All right. Y'all ready to see which one I got? And then I'm gonna tell you why I got it. So I'm gonna do the unboxing. This is the pump and all the rest of the stuff. This is what everybody really want to see. You might want to scoot your legs on you. Right there.
Stop licking me.
Okay. Okay. She miss you, baby.
I know.
All right.
I don't want no legs. Doggy.
All right. Here we go.
What you got? What you got?
Ready? Y'all ready?
What you got?
Give me some thumbs up if y'all ready. Give me some thumbs up.
Nah, put what you got. What you got?
What size y'all think it is? What color y'all think it is? Give me some thumbs up
what you got,
in the chat. Thumbs up in the chat if you can see me and hear me. What color do you think it is? What size do you think it is? Place your bet. Place your bet. Yeah. What color and what size? Come on. Give me them thumbs up in the chat. Thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me and see me. What color do you think it is? What size do you think it is?
Somebody said medium black. Somebody said XL black. Black. White. We got black question mark. Large black.
All right. Here we go.
Oh.
Set that over there. Ta-da! It's the all white.
Oh, it's cute.
I like that one.
It's cute.
It's the all white.
That's cute.
And it's the medium. And I'm going to tell you why I got that one. Okay? It's the all white medium. And I just got it sitting on there. I got a table that I'm going to have it sitting on. So it's on its way and it's just going to be here. It's going to be a while before I get it with all the mess going on. But this is it, you guys. She sure is pretty, Paul. Sure is got a pretty mouth. So why did I get the medium? I got the medium.
Wait, take that out.
No, leave that. I want to.
Leave it.
I don't know what that say. What it say?
I mean, it's just
okay.
What was tested.
I got the medium because it can run. The large needed a bigger capacity plug, and it takes a little more power. This one I can run in this room. I know good and well that this room, my kitchen, can charge. I mean, I plug my Delta Pros in here and it can pull 4,000 watts. So I know good and well it'll be fine in here. This come with the regular 220 plug. So, I mean, 120 plug. So that's fine by me. The medium, I got the medium and everybody I see says, I should have got the large. I should have got the large. Here's what I'm gonna say on that, and almost wish she wasn't in here when I say it. Because if I need more space, I get another one. I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why. Because it'll still be running on the same wattage. It'll be still running on the same energy. And the price for the bigger one, you'll be investing that a third of that into the medium. The medium is the perfect size that it won't just like totally hulk over. I can set this on regular stuff, like a regular table, a regular stand With the big one, you're going to have to invest in some kind of furnishings for that mug. I've seen it. And if that's what you want, that's great. Now, here's another reason I picked the medium. I picked the medium because I am not a professional preserver. I do not own a business. Both of those. See, Homestead Heart, she's a professional preserver. She harvests her food, and they have a real farm, and they have acres of food that they have to process every day. Homestead Heart ain't no joke. Homestead Heart taught me how to pressure can. I am not a professional preserver. I do not preserve food each and every single day. So I was like, the medium is around where I want to be. And if I get good enough and I start have to use it that much, then I'll start thinking about investing in something else. But for right now, this was perfect to get my feet wet. For the sales that's going on right now at Harvest Right, I think they got like a sale now for $900 off if you say my name or something like that. It's a good deal going on. So I'm like, for that price, get your feet wet. That's almost $1,000 off. So I stuck with this one because at this price point, I'm like, I don't feel that bad. I don't feel like when I die, this going to be buried this with me in my gold watch. Nothing like that. I don't feel like this is going to be like that kind of family heirloom that I'm like, the kids going to be fighting over who get the freeze dryer once I'm gone. So with that, that's why I picked the medium. Like, daddy loved me better than you. He said I could have a freeze dryer if something ever happened to him. You know how them fights be. So
I wanted the freeze dryer.
You can't have it because daddy said it was mine.
Freeze dryer.
I'ma sue you. I'ma sue all of y'all for the freeze dryer. Y'all know how them funerals be. I ain't gonna hold you, honey.
Yes, you getting all the free belly rubs.
Everybody was missing my
all the free belly rubs.
All right. Any questions? Let's get back in here. She ain't gonna freeze dry. She just want to freeze dry some. Freeze dry some.
Say freeze dry me some.
Freeze dry some sniff butts. She want to sniff some freeze dry butts.
Say that.
You can just open a freeze dry butt smeller.
Okay, on that note.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, honey. Now I'm gonna open up the other box because I don't know what that's gonna look like in there. I'm gonna try to take some questions real quick. Let's see how long we've been in here. It is boiling in here. No, I'm trying not to touch the thermostat. All right, I'm gonna go back up. I think if you just say my name, NY Gene, I'm not sure fully how that works yet. Okay. AM's Magical Garden, if you don't mind sharing, how much did the medium cost? You got to go online and check for yourself. It might be different for you. That's the problem we had earlier. A couple weeks ago when I was telling people they ain't telling the truth. The best thing to do is go look. What I paid may not be what you're going to pay. So don't do that. Just go do your research. Priscilla says medium is the best bang for the buck. I agree because I'm not a professional. If I was a professional and I'm freeze drying candy bars and stuff for the people at the carnival, I get it, but I'm not yet. Let's see. All right, Sharon says two won't hurt just as much. 2 won't hurt just as much faster and can make money on it. True. Very true. Say, do all your fruit so awesomely good. Okay. I don't know. I haven't fully figured all of that out, NY Gene. I'm new to all of this. Okay. And I'm gonna let you know. I'll put it in the description box once I reach out to them. I think in the link in their website, they ask you who referred you, something like that. Say, good idea, because if you go big, you can take that one to the new workshop. Very true. I won't be, I ain't saying nothing. Yeah, you right about that. Let's see. All right. AM says that's a good reason to invest in a medium one, because that's real. The freeze dryer is something that you can use now, and maybe one of your children will want it when it's your time. But you know something else that I like? If you purchase the large, you have one issue. You have to figure out how to get you got to deal with some electrical stuff on. You got to have that certain plug put in your house, right? You have to have a plug especially for that. That's with the large. Now here's the other thing that I thought about. If I had two mediums, I can tag team those mediums and keep them running all day. So you know how you got your downtime, you got to let it do this, let it do that, and you got to let it sit for a minute. I could have this one going while I'm prepping another one to start. So I'm constantly going in and pulling food out, constantly putting food in and pulling food out. And I'm thinking, if I had that type of system, of a tag team system, that's just better than just one big large is going to do just a bunch of food. And here's the other thing for me, the large, how big the batch that the large done was not significant enough for me for the price and for the extra things that you have to do. You have to get a special table for it, and you have to have an electrician come in and put that dedicated plug somewhere in your house. Here's the thing about that. If you have an electrician come out and put a dedicated plug in your house, say I want it right here. What if I change my mind and now I want it up in my den? What if I change my mind again, now I want it in my garage? What if I change my mind again and I want it out on Freedom Acres? That's 4 times I would have to have a dedicated plug put in by an electrician, and that's an expense. So with that is why I kind of like, I wanted the large, but I ain't got the capacity for a large. So that's to answer that question, if anybody was asking. Let's see. Did you get the oil pump free? Did you get the oil-free pump, or did you just go with the pump that standard with it? I got the standard Premier. It came with the Premier. I didn't want to go with the oilless. I don't got no problem changing oil. It just takes seconds. I didn't understand. I get it and all. I just didn't understand what was the big deal. Everybody is talking about get the oilless pump, and the oilless pump is a whole nother damn near what, $6, $7, or $100 or more. I just could not understand that when you just pay that much money for convenience, and to drain that little bit of oil out and put a little bit of more oil in, it takes literally seconds, and does just about as much. I'm like, I'm new to this, okay? I'm new to this, so correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just through this journey. I'm just trying to justify each and everything I purchase. These things come with a lot of accessories. A lot of them I don't see me using. I'm not just going to go out and just be blowing money. Question, how long does it take to freeze dry an item? All of that, from what I'm researching, everything you freeze dry is a different time. It just depends on what you're freeze drying. Like if it has a lot of liquid in it, like say you're trying to freeze dry orange juice or milk, it's already liquefied. So from what I'm reading, that takes way longer. If you freeze it solid, it'll take a little bit shorter, but it's still going to take a minute. So you have to do your research and you have to ask those questions. Now, if you're freeze drying something like a persimmon or an apple or something, it's going to be a little bit faster because it's liquid in it, but not as much as just pure orange juice, you know. Let me see. That's a good question though, but it's all different. Mary said I was able to lock in the price now. Good for you, Mary. Good for you. Angela says 2 mediums is better than 1 large, 2 because some foods you don't want together, like apples and onions. Amen to that. That's very, very true. Very true. Mary says, I got the one with the oil. Okay, that's what I got. Sharon says, when moving, put all your attention on the pump. When moving, put all your attention on the pump. Don't tilt. I don't understand what you mean when moving. Yes. Okay. Thank you for that, Kia. Remember, everybody said they was having trouble with the seal. This is the new updated version. The new updated version of the medium has 5 trays. The old medium, with the one that had the problem with the seal, only had 4 trays. The small had 3 trays. The old small had 3 trays. Now get this. The new small has 4 trays and the new medium has 5 trays. So everything has been upgraded. So that's why I was like, check out the dates on some of them videos and look. You will look at the videos because I watched one video and he was talking about the seal. He only had 4 trays. Check it out. Watch it. Thank you for that, Kia. I'm glad you hit on that one. Let me see. So I did my own electrical on my large. I can keep mine full running constantly. I have to have my oilless pump rebuilt about every 3 years. It costs over $300 every time. That's why I would go with Yo. What? I don't understand what you're saying. I wouldn't go with from what I'm reading, I just wouldn't go with it. All right, Stro. Let's see. Nikki Walker says, on normal, it takes about 28 to 32 hours to freeze dry most things. But as you said, it depends on how much moisture is in the product. Okay. And that's why I kind of want 2 medium. Tell him. Okay. Bob says, don't tilt it when you are setting it up. The pump, she says. Okay. I'm not really going to set it up until I get my table because it's going to go right here in this corner. And I don't want to be fumbling around with it. I kind of don't even want to pull the pump out the box. Will you have access to oil if the stuff hit the fan? I'm not even thinking about that. That's the last thing I'm gonna care about is a freeze dryer if it hit the fan anyway. I could care less. Said just got here cooking my birthday supper for my daughter. Can't stay late. Okay. So I reached the end. Okay. Say it comes with a filter so you can filter and reuse the oil. Okay. Yeah, right. I read that too. Let me see. All right. Sharon Compton says, right now I am doing 6 pounds of peaches and 20 pounds of tomato sauce. That is just dope. I like the sound of that. I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna open this up, and then we're gonna see the pump before I get off of here in 10 minutes. So I talked to the guy, and he said you just have to filter the oil. You can keep reusing the oil. I believe that. I believe it. Okay, so next what I want to do is show y'all what's in the pump box. So I'm gonna bring this table over here, and I'm gonna open this on the floor so I can show it to you. Let's see. Kia, yes, I do, kinda. Yes, I do. I just ain't figured it all out yet. I just wanted to get my freeze dryer, and I ain't gonna lie to you. It would be nice to get some kickback from people purchasing it, but that's just not my intention at this moment. I'm just happy to have one. If people go over there and say my name, I guess that's great. But I really just wanted one of these in my life. All right, let's see. Can y'all see that okay? Let's look down here and see what's in here. It's a weird box. Okay. I think that got to be the trays right there. Let's open that up. That got to be the trays. Because that's heavy. Nope. Oh, okay. It came with a vacuum sealer. That was heavy. I thought that was the trays. So I got a vacuum sealer. Here's the trays. 5 trays. So I got 5 trays here. It's a lot of stuff in here, man. A book on freeze drying. Oh, they hooked the brother up. A lot of information on freeze drying, the owner's manual. Can't do nothing without that. Mylar bags, 50 Mylar bags. That is going to hit right there. I got tons of Mylar bags, but I'm glad they gave me some more. More freeze drying guides. I like the books. That means that's less books that I have to purchase. Here's the hoses and the power plug for the freeze dryer to go, and the hose that goes from the freeze dryer to the pump. A lot of oxygen absorbers. That's now see, this is why this costs so much. Everybody, if you thinking about why should you invest in this stuff, I'm showing you now, because they throwing some money in here. I know these Mylar bags and these oxygen absorbers alone cost good money. I know these baking pans cost good money. I know that this vacuum sealer costs good money. No matter what brand you buy, you can get one from the doggone Dollar Tree. It's going to cost you some money. All right. What is this? Oh, an extra set of trays they threw in there. So they threw in an extra set, 5 more trays. So that was really, really cool of them. All right. So I got 10 trays, which is dope. And that's why I got 10 of those silicone tray mats. And let's go ahead and put one of those together real quick for giggles. Okay. I'm gonna grab a tray and get it out the bag. if it'll let me. Okay. So I'm going to take one of these trays out. And I'm going to lay one of these silicone mats. Oh, yeah. That's actually two of them. Oh, yeah. That's going to save me a lot of trouble. I like using silicone when I'm baking and stuff anyway. Let me say my wife like using silicone when she bake, because I don't bake like that. Boom. I like that. I kept seeing people use these online, and I said immediately, that's which way I'm going. Okay. One oil filter. I think that's the filter you was talking about. You could just keep filtering your oil and reuse it. And the pump. I got the Premier. Yeah. That got some meat on the bones right there. And I got the Premier pump. All of this is being opened for the very first time. There is no oil in it. They gave me a quart of mineral oil. And the pump itself. Okay, we don't have to keep looking down. All right. And the pump itself. It's got some heft on it. It kind of reminds me of my water pump that I have out on Freedom Acres to pump water out of the well, like a well pump. But that's it. And I've watched a billion different videos on how to fill this up. And here's the little gauge where you watch to see the oil fill up in the gauge to maximum. Here's the cap where you put the mineral oil at. I'm not going to do that at this moment. Come on, go to your home. That mug do not want to go back. There we go. Okay. Set that down to the side. Do okay. So now, that's it. I'm not going to hook this up today. Again, this ain't a game for me, so I want to do it right. So what I plan on doing, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. I'm going to do a video live, and I'm going to do a video and send out a video for everything I do. I'm going to connect it and put it together in a video, and then I'm going to talk about it live. I'm going to run the bread through it, the very first test. I'm going to do that live, and we're going to talk about it. I'm going to take y'all with me step by step, okay? This is just like when Homestead Heart was teaching me how to pressure can. I just let everybody follow me and figure out. People was helping me figure stuff out, okay? So that's it. Let's see if we got any more questions in the last couple of minutes, 1 minute we got left. All right. Let's see. Said those absorbers is too much more than you need for what you need them for. Stay up on measurements and uses. What now? The oxygen you talking about the oxygen absorbers is too much more than you need for what you need them for. Stay up on. Can you explain yourself? Because I don't understand what that means. I wish. So you living it up all over again. Thank you, Sharon. There are books homesteaders have written. Very true. Very true. Okay. Now this is hilarious. Mystical Energy says, "Good evening, sir. Unfortunately, you just made me have to spend more money. I really need that with my 5 acres." And see, let's talk about some realization here. I'm buying this for my future. I'm buying this because my plans. I always tell you all about my plans, right? And my plans involve starting a real true garden all over again on Freedom Acres. I'm gonna have a small little backyard patio stuff going on here, but my Freedom Acres, that's gonna be where stuff hit. That's gonna be where I'm gonna have some real harvest because I don't have to worry about animals and creatures and neighbors or nothing else. I'm gonna have everything out there. And when I start harvesting out there huge crops, I already got peach trees out there and everything else. I'm ready. So I bought this because I want to save all as much food as I want possibly can. Thank you, Barb. Thank you. What'd you say? It's almost tractor time. I still can't justify that kind of money yet. Not yet. Say 200 cc may be all you need instead of a 700 cc. Get me. Be careful. More is better. Oh, you still talk about oxygen absorber. More is better than less. I've used oxygen absorbers for years. Go back and check my videos. I didn't know what you was talking about, but yeah. And it again, it depends on how much you sealing up. I got plans. And I got all different sizes of oxygen absorbers. I just thought it was great that they threw some in for free. I don't know if they're all the same. If they're all the same CCs, or they're all 700 CCs. Yep. But I got different ones put away. Freaking deer eating my persimmons. Said freeze dryers on my wish list. I'm happy for you. Thank you, Terry Brooks. Thank you so much. Stroke, me being the first gardener and grew all this food, I had no idea what to do with it. A freeze dryer is a great solution. Now, see, I was doing a lot of canning. I'm gonna tell you the problem. I'm going to tell you a problem, and I did a video about this years ago. You start running out of space to put canned food because you can't lay jars on their side. You can't stack jars on top of each other's lid. And it start getting weird after that. I love canning and I think it's great. That I did not like. So I came up with solutions, start putting my jars in milk crates and putting my jars into like Rubbermaid style tubs. That gets expensive and it gets really ridiculous after a while. And even if you have a pantry where you keep all this food, it's like you don't want to come in your kitchen and just be looking at walls of food. I mean, you do, but you don't. You know, I don't want people to see everything I got. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right, no more questions. I didn't want to be on here long. I just wanted to give y'all the first glimpse of the Harvest Right freeze dryer And y'all listening to a person that has never done any of this ever. I don't know everything. I know what I've been researching. I know what my friends, Black's Tropical Homestead and Homestead Heart, have been telling me. That's all I know. My research and my friends that actually own them. Other than that, I can't answer any questions. I'm as new to this as you are. I literally, this is my first time opening. All I did today was slide this top off. That's it. I didn't touch it. So you guys know everything I know. This was my first time seeing the pump and stuff at all. I never opened that box. So I want everybody to understand, if when people come in here and start asking me questions, I'm not being rude. I don't know. Okay? I'm not teaching anybody anything. All I want to do is just take you on a journey with me. If you want to learn, there's people on here online you can go learn from. I'm not that guy. Okay? I'm just hoping if you're as nervous as I am with investing, I don't even want to say purchasing, because this is an investment. If you're as nervous as I am investing in something like this, I'm with you. If this is going to be your first time and you kind of like, I need to know everything before I do something like that, I'm with you. But I've been feeling that for like 6 years, and I finally pulled the trigger on it because I feel this is going to help the situation that me and my family have going on here. I need that food to be mobile. I have standardized food. You know how many people always talk about if the boot hit the poop, right? If all stuff went haywire. Some people say you're bugging out, and some people say you bugging in, right? You're going to fight and you're going to stand your ground, right? Okay, if you're going to stay in your house and fight to protect your land and your house or whatever, that is going to be your home base. You won't plan on leaving. So having a buckets of food that's 50, 60 pounds a piece, perfectly great. But if you have to leave, you are screwed. If you are forced to leave, you're not, it's only so many buckets of food you can take, only so many jars of food you can take. If you are forced to leave, you could have 3 or 4 months of food in your backpack, and it won't even be heavy. That whole big bucket of food only weighed 12 pounds that I had, and most of that was bucket. So I just started doing the math and being realistic with the situations. If you did have to leave, or hey, let's stop with the whole survival thing for 2 seconds, okay? Let's stop with the we gotta survive. Let's talk about, which I did out on Freedom Makers. Let's talk about having fun. Remember, the other day we talked about owning land is for survival and you should come out to cities. The Bible say come out to cities. Okay, we ain't do that the other day. We talked about how fun it would be just to own some land. Let's talk about the fun. Now let's talk about the fun of freeze drying some food. Wouldn't it be cool if you can hand your grandbaby a snack and it ain't gonna be all up and down the front of their shirts? You pick them up from school and the food ain't gonna be all drizzled. You can hand them some strawberry snacks. If you're on a health journey like me, then you could start making things that cost a fortune in the store. If you wanted to purchase stuff like yuca chips, what's the other, sweet potato chips, yuca chips, what else? Red beet chips. What else is in that bag? Plantain chips, all the healthy stuff that's good for you. It costs a fortune for a little bitty bag of this stuff. It'll cost you about $6 for a little bag. All because you're trying to be healthy. Well, guess what? The yuca root is very inexpensive. Beets are almost free. Carrots and sweet potatoes, very inexpensive. And you can just go ahead and slice this stuff up, thin slice it, and make your own and be good to go. I'm going to talk about health too on my next video. one of the health problems with health is, man, it's expensive to be healthy. Let me back that up. Let me back it up because that's not true. It's expensive to get healthy if you're in poor health. It's not expensive to maintain good health. It's expensive to fix what has been broken and then try to polish it, which I'm talking about your health. That's expensive. So this is a great way to have food that you don't mind eating or you actually enjoy eating right there. You know, I cannot wait. I'm going to tell y'all the first thing I'm going to freeze dry. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to go ahead and let the cat out the bag. Very first thing I'm freeze drying, Fuyu persimmons. I'm going to slice them thin and I'm going to freeze dry them. That is going to be the treat of all treats. I am going to freeze dry all of those persimmons, as many persimmons as I can. That's going to be my very first mission. I don't necessarily want to freeze dry anything from the store. I just don't, because I don't know what's on it. So I'm going to start with my own food. That's going to be the first thing. I really don't want to start packing up a bunch of stuff that I just don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like going to getting their apples with that weird stuff on it that T-Nog was talking about and all these different vegetables. I bought a tomato last week. And week before last, I bought a tomato. I cut it. I made a sandwich with it. Get this. No, I'm not a sandwich. Put it in my salad. I've been gone on Freedom Acres for over a week. Something like that. I come home and that tomato is beautiful still. It's firm still. It has been cut and I did not cover it up. It was just sitting in the refrigerator. What does that tell you? I don't want to be preserving stuff like that. I want to preserve stuff that I know that I'm going to preserve as much of the food that I grow that I possibly can. I'm not saying that's all I'm going to preserve, but that is my major goal. Okay, take a couple more questions. We're going to leave. Let's see. So absolutely, Brother Led. Yes, I want to do my own thing, man. Quan says, it was fun to dehydrate and freeze dry for the first time. Glad I had that experience with a friend so I wouldn't. So now I want to invest. There you go. There you go. 85 says, hey, Led, is it possible to buy a bottle of apple cider vinegar from you? No, I'm going to be honest with you. Absolutely not. It's not. And I'm not being rude. 85 Bean, listen to me. No, I'm going to tell you why. Again, I'm not being rude. I make those videos to show you how to make vinegar so you don't have to ask another man how to do anything. Can you purchase anything from another man? The whole reason for me being here is to try to help and hope that other people pick up on what I'm laying down, which is self-sustainability. If you want to go buy some vinegar, just go to the store. If you don't care about self-sustainability, that video didn't do anything for you. And it's no different than you just going to the store and purchasing a bottle of $8 vinegar. So, my friend, unfortunately, no. I'll never sell my vinegar. I got tons of it too, but I won't sell it. I make these videos so each and every person that watches me can probably pick up and learn what I just did and do it themselves. I'm trying to break this cycle of us always depending on somebody else to get by. That doesn't even make any sense to me. Okay. So I understand I would just try to make my own, just have to go back to watch the videos. That's why they're there and they ain't going nowhere no time soon. Please make your own vinegar, brother. Please. Monica Richards, hi Led. There's lots of YouTubers create meals from freeze-dried foods. They purchase sellers that you can put into small jars or Mylar bags that are ready to eat meals. Just add hot water. Okay. Angela says, hey Led, I know you got them silicone mats, but if you make a second and third layer persimmons, use parchment paper between the layers, you can maximize your quantity. Don't let food. I'm not sure what you're saying. Quan says, my mom has been listening to you as I watch. She is now interested in freeze drying. But Quan, tell your mom, wait till she see me actually pull this off. I'm so excited. I want to do this right now. I really do. But I want to start by washing all my trays and everything off, and do some more reading. They gave you free books. Might as well read them. And go get these fruit. I'm gonna harvest this fruit. I wanted to do it today, but I just kind of lumped around today. Harvest all this fruit tomorrow. The reason I've left it on my tree this long, so I can do this with it. I didn't want to pull it and it start going, getting too ripe. I wanted it all at the premium sweetness and freshness. Saying with that logic that you explained on why you do what you do, everyone should be hitting the like button. Thank you, Mystical Energy. And there's not a nice or kind way to say no to people. And this new generation doesn't understand that. No is hurtful, even when it's the truth. And usually no means no, and no is the truth. People cannot handle the word no anymore. When I say no, it's not because I'm being rude. It's not because I'm being greedy or stingy with my stuff that I have. I do this so you can do it. Then you can, if you want to sell your vinegar, now not only can you make vinegar, but you can sell it. I don't sell anything like that anymore. If you want a t-shirt, no problems. But as far as the stuff that I keep to save my family, I'll never sell that stuff again. This stuff is a little, see, let me get something. And thank you for that, Mystical. I'm going to say this too. This ain't a game to me. I laugh, I joke, I play, I goof around, but it's not a game to me. And what I'm trying to do is actually, I hope people can pick something up that I can show you that I know how to do, or come along with me and learn with me. All of that giving stuff away and everybody buying that part of YouTube, I'll leave that over on that part. Now, if you want to grab one of these generators that I show here and there, fine, because that ain't got nothing to do with me. But things I actually produce, I produce that for my family and my family's well-being. She's saying stack your food on trays to maximize your freeze-dry runs. But put parchment paper in between the layers of fruit. Okay. I was wondering because the word was either crisscrossing in my brain or something. Because I am excited like a little kid, Quan. I'm excited like a little kid. So just don't leave the food touch the heating mat. Well, you hang on to that because we're going to get into that because who was that, Angela? I'm going to call on you, Angela. I'm going to have you right here live with me, your face, and you're going to be telling me. So you ain't got to do all this typing. You're going to be showing me face to face. Vanessa says, hey, Led, just want to say hi. You are the youngest looking 73-year-old. You're aging backwards. Yeah, if I was 73, sweetheart, I ain't 73. I don't know. I'm glad my YouTube name ain't Goat Neck, because I get that all the time. Just because my name is Lead Farmer 73, people think I'm 73 years old. That makes no sense to me. I'm glad my name ain't Lead Farmer Goat Leg or something, because they'd be like, that don't look like a goat leg to me. You doing okay, Lead. I don't get it. Your name has really nothing to do. And what, I just don't understand that. But thanks, I guess. I don't know. That's a tough one. 73. Whew. Okay, let's see. Can I hit you and Lady Lead up for Myers Lemon? No, you can't. I just got through explaining that. Maybe this, I hope this is an old comment. No, I'm not giving anything else away like that. I want people to grow their own and do their own research. Good Jesus. I don't understand that. I haven't even said anything about selling any lemon trees at all. That's a no for me. I swear, all I want to do for the people that watch me is I hope you learn how to do this stuff yourself. That's it. That's all. I want you to be able to go out there and produce your own food and stop saying, hey, can you do me a solid, or do me a favor, or can I? I don't understand it, y'all. All right. Matter of fact, before I end up going down the dark alley, listen, everybody have a wonderful night. Thank you for coming by. Hopefully, I don't want to run this without my table. Because when I put it on a table, I ain't moving it. That thing is heavy. It's surprisingly heavy. I went to grab it and I was going to set it on this table. You ain't doing that. You ain't doing that. I mean, I could, but I think I would have heard that backbone pop like a water balloon. I don't want to, I need my back muscles. I got stuff to do. Oh my God. Hey, with that being said, you guys, hey, listen, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. All right, before this video goes sideways. Everybody have a wonderful night. I hope you voted. If you didn't vote, stop watching me and go vote before it's over with. Everybody, okay? Let's vote for peace and prosperity and tranquility. With that being said, everybody, stay calm. Lead Farmer 73, I love you, and I'm out. Peace.